At Cravo, we have a strong belief and commitment to ensuring that our customers are successful when they are starting to use the Cravo retractable roof houses. To ensure the success, we've developed a four-step program that, if growers follow, will help accelerate the learning curve. Step one is to invest time to review the key concepts of the retractable roof production system. And if you go to the Cravo website, cravo.com, you will see key learnings and key concepts that have been developed over the last 35 years from our own R&D centers and from our valued customers around the world. If you go to cravo.com, click on for growing plants, then grower resources, and then getting the most out of your retractable roof production system, you will see a series of videos that take approximately 1 hour to watch that will take you through the key concepts in understanding how to get the most out of the retractable roof system. If you want to go deeper, you can watch a series of webinars on strategies to profitably increasing local fresh fruit berry production in hot climates and strategies to prevent disease, insect damage, and fruiting problems. You'll also find a book that was written outlining the key learnings over the last 35 years from the very first retractable roofs up to the current models, with key concepts on plant physiology, greenhouse design, crop response, and control strategy. These key learnings can be summarized to several key points. The first one is plant temperature and transpiration are the key influencers of how plants develop, not the air temperature and relative humidity. Unfortunately, environmental computers do not measure the actual transpiration rate, level of water stress, and rarely measure plant temperatures. But we have learned that suboptimal plant temperatures and transpiration are the greatest cause of plant problems. And fortunately, closing or retracting the roof is the most effective way to quickly increase or decrease plant temperatures and transpiration. Step two is to analyze the development of the plants. What problems do you want to solve? Do you have challenge with plant structure, where you have long internodes, the plant's too tall or too short, insufficient root development, large leaves, soft with a thin cuticle, or do you have a problem with plant balance where you have excessive vegetative growth or not enough flowers? Do you have problems with fruit development, pollination, aborted fruit, small or misshapen fruit, soft fruit, or nutritional deficiencies? Do you have problems with disease, fungal, bacteria, or soil-borne? Insect pressures like thrips, whitefly, mites, or red spider. Here's a list of the typical problems that growers can face when growing in a conventional greenhouse, and we can see that's quite an extensive list. Step two is send pictures or videos of the plant problems and the climate charts to the confidential WhatsApp group that has been created with the Cravo team. Be sure to send these pictures or videos in advance so that everyone is prepared for the meeting. Step three, agree on what problems we're trying to solve. And here's the most important thing. Explore all potential causes of the problems so that we're actually trying to focus on the root cause, not on the symptoms. Step three, is the cause of the problems related to transpiration, water stress, or plant temperature? Because this could involve changing the set points on the retractable roof, the retractable curtain systems, or the walls, or changing set points on a fogging or misting system or HAF fans. Is the plant experiencing excessive or insufficient water stress? We could have challenges with irrigation or EC. And are we changing the irrigation quantity and frequency based on whether the plants are in an enclosed environment, meaning the roof is closed, or if the roof is retracted and the plants are outside, which would cause the plants to lose more water? And obviously, is the EC too high or too low? When we look at fruiting problems, we can see on the left-hand side all of the typical problems that growers can face with fruit quality. And across the top, we can see that most of the causes relate back to either fruit temperature and either insufficient or excessive transpiration or low water stress. And so we want to make sure that when we see the problems, we explore all of the different potential causes so that we're really focused on solving the root cause. We will then look at the climate data and set points to determine if the climate is negatively impacting on plant temperature or transpiration and change the set points accordingly. If we have problems with disease, we want to try to break the disease triangle, and we can do that by trying to significantly change the environment. If we close the roof, can we keep the dew, rain, or moisture off the leaves to reduce the chance of foliar disease? Or if I retract the roof and get the sun shining on the plants, that's going to rapidly dry off the leaf surfaces, and the UV will help sterilize the leaf surface, killing fungal spores. With insects, we want to explore the progressive steps to controlling insects. And so sometimes it may be better to open the walls for increased airflow, or it might be better to close the walls and have a physical barrier that's 5 or 6 meters tall, since most insects tend to fly 1 to 2 meters or 6 feet above the ground. And if I have walls that are 5 or 6 meters tall, 16 feet to 19 feet, that will significantly reduce the entry of the insects, making it easier to manage them. We then want to review the irrigation and fertigation program to ensure that the plants are receiving optimum water and nutrient availability based on changes in transpiration. Again, if the roof is closed or the roof is retracted, that will cause significantly different rates of water loss. And one of the things we've seen frequently is that when you're changing, or when the plants are experiencing different irrigation water loss rates or transpiration rates, as you start irrigating the plants more or less, you need to change the fertilizer concentration. So if I have a roof closed more often and I'm creating a greenhouse environment, I need to increase the concentration because I'm feeding less water to the plants. If the plants are in an outdoor environment in the heat, they're going to be losing a lot more water. And so I need to reduce the fertilizer concentration so I'm not over fertilizing. Step 4 is decide what changes to make. So are we going to change climate, root environment, sprays, or plant management? So these 4 steps of reviewing the videos, taking pictures, as a group explore all the potential causes and decide on what changes to make, has proven very successful in helping growers make the transition from either an outdoor environment to a retractable roof, or from a conventional tunnel or a greenhouse environment to a retractable roof. So I look forward to working with your team to help you make the transition into exploiting the advantages of the natural outdoors and a protective environment using automatic retractable roof houses.